We're going to be talking about chainsaws today, and specifically their applications. We're not going to go into the technical details of how many cc's a gas-powered chainsaw may have. If you want those kind of details, I'm going to recommend you go check out my friends at the Tools in Action crew over on YouTube.
What's up, you guys? Welcome to Tool-a-thon. What is Tool-a-thon? It's going to be a weekly show where we show you guys the latest in tool innovations.
They have phenomenal reviews. Today what we are going to be talking about is real world applications. When you may need a gas-powered chainsaw, and if an electric chainsaw could even be a viable option in your arsenal. So let's get started. Before I get started today, the one thing I want to point out is I've never accepted any kind of money to do a tool review. That way I get to say what I want about these tools, good, bad, or in between, and the companies can't control me. And it may also be the reason why some companies don't like to have me talk about their stuff. It's not so much about the brands today as it's about its application. The only reason I have this steel chop sign here is just to show that I run them all, but I literally didn't have my farm boss handy to shoot this video, so I wanted to show you that I run almost every brand out there. With that being said, there is a time and a place that you're going to want to go with a commercial grade chainsaw. If grabbing a chainsaw is like putting on a pair of pants, you got to do it every day before you go to work, you're going to want to bump up to a commercial grade unit. The difference between this unit and this Craftsman unit is a huge difference in power, in performance, longevity. We had an opportunity to beat the crap out of this Dewalt CS590, and we did it intentionally. We have a dull blade on it. We hadn't started this chainsaw in 8 months. Fired it up raw and put it to work on a locust stump, which is one of the hardest woods, at least in Minnesota, and this thing never bogged down, it never gave us any issues, and it went to town like a freaking Marine. Absolutely love this chainsaw. But this chainsaw may not be the right choice for you. So if you do light commercial work or strictly residential work, or you're a homeowner and you want a low maintenance saw, this is when the electric becomes a viable option versus a gas powered equivalent. This Dewalt is going to give it a run for its money. It's able to deliver all of the same power that the gas equivalent has, but it has just a few key advantages that be the tipping point for people that maybe aren't mechanically inclined or like doing maintenance on their power tools. That's where this thing shines. That's where this thing takes over. This is the first time either one of us have ever used or ran an electric chainsaw in our life, right?
Yep.
Dang, that thing cuts actually pretty well.
Really nice. Less kick, it's not flailing when you hit the gas.
And my initial impression was this is a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Has enough power to handle a mid-size project. We cut up an entire tree, and how much battery did we use on this thing? Let's see, we've got a little indicator light. So we used about a third of the battery to cut up that tree. With a gas-powered chainsaw, you have to maintain it. If you don't use this on a monthly basis and you let it set for a while, when you go to fire it up, it's very likely going to be fouled and give you a problem. This electric chainsaw has none of those issues. It has none of those components in it that will ever foul. You can pull this chainsaw apart, hang it on the wall, pick it up a year later, and as long as it's got bar and chain oil in it, it will run exactly the same as the day you hung it on the wall. You cut down 4 trees total with that Dewalt. You went through how many batteries?
A little over one. I haven't checked the second one, but it's not. I haven't barely used it. So
1 battery. So the kind of stuff you're cutting down is this crap wood that we've got on this property, like you see behind us.
Yep.
You think this Dewalt can handle that?
Oh, easily.
What about a 24-inch oak?
I think it would struggle a little bit on that.
But if you're not cutting down 24-inch oak, and you got a bunch of crap wood like we've got out on this property, and you want to clear it up, I'd say that's a decent saw for that.
It's really nice. It's lighter. It's not as loud. That's just as good as a job.
Just as good of a job. Did it bog down?
No,
Never bogged?
not really. No.
Well, that's pretty impressive. I mean, for me, I was impressed. What about you?
Very impressed.
Okay, so the question is, would you ever buy one?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. I mean, for just around the house, housework stuff, cutting down stuff in the yard, it's perfect.
Yeah?
Don't need anything bigger.
Don't need anything bigger, and you don't have to hassle with gas. I discovered that it absolutely delivered everything that equivalent gas-powered unit does. It's always on. And what I mean is, as soon as you hook that battery up, pull the throttle down, it's fired. It's as simple as that. You're not checking anything else out. You don't have to prime it to get it to go. Pop the battery in, you're ready to go. Would have never thought that this chainsaw could deliver the power that it did. I would have never thought that the battery would have lasted as long as it did. Now I want to hear from you guys. Electric tools have come a long way, and I was absolutely surprised by how much performance this Dewalt chainsaw was able to deliver. I want to know what your favorite tool is and why. Put it down in the comments down below, because I read everything you guys write. God bless. Love you guys. Love you gals. Go